Do you have any memories?
Don't tell him.
My fondest memory, I think it was when Daisy was, I was talking to Daisy and she was explaining to me how good her cousins were. And
I was?
yeah, the cameraman cut it after a while, but your blouse was open a little bit, you know, and it was
That was your favorite moment?
that was my favorite, you know, but the
Not your
camera.
favorite memory. Your favorite memory.
That was my favorite, both.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Well, I can't top that.
Yes, you can.
Rod Amato asked me, he says, can you do some of that CB stuff, you know, CB stuff? We're down in Georgia, you know, and I still have it. I wrote it on the back of an envelope. I wrote this one. Breaker one, might be crazy, but I ain't dumb. Crazy Cooter coming at you, and that's why I always pick up the CB and say, breaker one, might be crazy, but I ain't dumb. Crazy Cooter coming at you, and the old Duke boys home with a hazard net. Come on. Lost sheep, you got your ears on? Years later, I'm going down the street to my basketball game, and there's some kids playing on the other side of a fence in a yard. And I hear this kid go, breaker one, crazy Cooter coming at you. And at that point, I realized, you know, what an important part of Americana we had become. And it was a really, really good feeling. And
The whole memory of the Dukes of Hazzard to me was a real blessing because I got to be a part of a unit that brought a lot of happiness to this whole world. I'm very proud to have been part of it. That's it.
I'll second that. For me, it was a double blessing, just getting the call that told me I was going to get to be a part of this and to share this, not only for the years that we made it, but who was to know we were going to get to share so much for so long. That was my happiest and fondest memory, was getting the call to say I was going to get to be a part of this and to fit in with such a magnificent crowd of people that, like Ben says and like Jimmy says, we all were able to be on the same page and to create something of joy. There's so much tragedy on TV these days that we were able to create something that brings happiness and joy. And thanks to the Dukes of Hazzard, I have enough money to last me the rest of my life. so long as I don't live past next Thursday.
A thing that always stands out in my mind was in Georgia, in front of the Boar's Nest. So it was early on, and somebody drove by in an El Camino, I think, and blew that horn.
Yeah. Oh.
And Paul Picard, I think it's the only time I ever remember Paul Picard, other than behind a desk, got up and grabbed a Teamster and chased that kid down and bought that horn from him. And that's where the
Is that right?
that's right.
came from. So that's such a huge part of the show. The car flying through the air and that horn happening, and if it weren't for Paul really being on his game that day, I'm proud to have been just been there when that happened.
Shortly after we finished the fifth episode, I went to Mexico, and I got a phone call from Paul Picard, and said, "When can you get back in town?" And I said I'd be back in maybe a month or so. He said, "Well, get back as soon as you can. We've been picked up for 22." Now that is my favorite memory.
Were you surprised?
Nope, I wasn't surprised at all.
I would like to insert here with all of this beauty, it was also very, very funny. Yeah. I've done a lot of other things, but this one is, well, it was funny. It was fun. My God, the Waltons, I was so dear you couldn't stand it. You know? But now look, I'm crying because this was fun.
And I have to say that the Dukes of Hazzard for me, and everybody that was on the Dukes of Hazzard, and until this day, remain family with me, every single one of you. And John, my little brother, who I always got to bail out of trouble whenever he had some kind of girl trouble or something, or he didn't think he was being a good boy, and I said, "No, you're being a good boy, you're a good guy." And I mean, all the things.
Nice cover.
But I
See,
had
she's still watching my back.
so much fun. I had so much fun with everybody. And I mean, it was a job, but it was so much more than that to me. It taught me so much. And I really learned about life, and I learned about relationships and getting along for a really long time with a lot of people. And it was the greatest. And everybody gave me so much love and gave me so much. It just changed my entire life and the way I look at life.
You know, the one character in the show we haven't mentioned was the one that embodies the spirit of the show, you know, and probably is the most famous of all the performers on the show. And that's the General Lee.
Son of a gun!
Bear rubber, Bomber!
Watch your ears. Some America. Gonna do a yell.